We're working. We're working. I think we're working anyway. I think we're working. Are we working? You see me? If I move that there. Yes. We're working. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me if I move that a bit? Oh, here we go already. Ads. Do you want to watch some ads? Maybe like toothpaste or something. How are we all? I hope you are all well. It's now... I'm 6 minutes early. 6 minutes early. Maybe we should do 6 minutes of saying hi to everyone. I know that you guys are here for the highs. Hi, everyone. Just a resounding everyone. Well, what can I say? Hello, Jennifer. Hello, mods. Who have we got in this evening modding? I know, Dope, you had told me to add a mod. I think we've got Tracy, she is modding, so that's done. Who else is there? Who else is there? We could get people attacking us tonight, couldn't we? Christina, thank you for joining. It's like punishment being joined to this channel, you know that, don't you? It's like a punishment. There will be more stuff going out to the members, by the way. I am in the process of changing everything. So everything on the channel is being changed in terms of equipment and everything. So all look different. So yes, we'll be doing that. But anyway, what do we got? What do we got? We've got a few people in. Has everybody hit that like button? I don't know whether I want you to hit the like button because it sends it out to more people. More people potentially means idiots. Dixie, that's it. Where are we? I've got to press that button and go there. That should now be done, Dixie. Should now be done. And as we go on, we'll see what happens, because I don't know who we've even got in here. We've got Brianna, we've got Jennifer, we've got Dixie, we've got Dope, got Tracy. We'll see what happens. I've put a slow mode on. I do apologise, but if we don't, it goes absolutely crazy. So I do apologise, but I have to put that on, or I just won't be able to read it and I won't talk to anyone. That'll just be me trying to scroll back through the messages. For those of you who... like, what is that doing? I've got, like, chat thing up there. Hello, Jenny. Hello. You've just found your channel. You poor person. You've found us. Hello, everyone. Hello, Joyce. I can see... well, I can't see you. I see your name. But I'm not going to go through and say it to everyone because I know people don't like it. Hello, Bob. You're a sexy thing. But let's crack on. What are we talking about? Me trying to hit on Bob. There's some things been happening, hasn't there? There's been some things happening. Where's Casper? Don't even talk to me about that cat. I'll tell you what that cat is probably doing. It's around somewhere fucking something up that's going to cost a fortune to replace. That's where that cat is. Because that's all that cat does. And I don't understand why people even have cats. They're the only creature that you can have that literally walks into a room, destroys your stuff, goes like that, and you like it for it. It's like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? If your kids walked into the house and they got their claws and ripped a hole in your furniture, you kick off, wouldn't you? The cat does it. It's like, oh, look at him ruining everything. Fucking cats. But anyway, I digress. I am going to get another one. I want a bald cat. I want one with no fur. So I'm going to get another one of those. But anyway, I digress. We're going to have a live where we talk about cats screwing something up for an hour, and we've got someone who's called Cats Meow just to rub salt in the wounds. So anyway, yes, there's been some stuff happening, isn't there? Thank you very much, by the way, for those who are doing the super chats. Thank you, and thank you to the new members also. Gluttons for punishment. We will, obviously, the most important thing to cover this evening, which I feel that everybody needs to know, is that Navalus True Crime, he is indeed alive. I did for some time think that Brandy Neal that she perhaps killed him. She hasn't. I lost a £50 bet. But yeah, Navalus is alive. He did reach out to me. I'm guessing through gritted teeth because I've just checked in on him. But look, he's all right. He's back. He's got videos on his channel. So yeah, he's all right sometimes. But if you don't know who he is, check him out. Navalus True Crime. It's just some videos you just don't want to watch. Like on this channel, there's some videos you don't want to watch as well. But yeah, anyway, I digress. I'll be doing that for the next hour. So what do we got? We've got Check It TV. What I want you to do, when I say Check It TV, because I want to get a feel for things, get a feel for what everyone's thinking, what's the first thing that comes into your head when I say Check It TV? And I'll get a bit of a vibe going. I could talk while I do that. Fraud. Yeah, we've got fraud. Anyone can trump fraud. Cringe. We've got cringe. Shady as fuck. Phony. Fraud. Douche. I think that was a bit nice. Isn't douche like French for shower? Glad he's alive. I'm guessing that's Navalus, not Check It TV. Shady. Psychopath. To be fair, so you've all kind of got... yeah, I don't get it. So they're saying that he was at the fight as a referee. Yeah, that's a bit it's a bit odd, isn't it? Yeah, I just don't get that. I don't get it. Obviously, we've heard that they have these friendly fights, and Check It TV was apparently a ref. He was a ref there. There you go. There you have it. And that is apparently why he is apparently seemingly living on the edge of that reservoir where Kylie's vehicle went in, trying to see whether he can find more and more stuff every day. I can't remember what the name of that channel is. Someone who has got a better memory than me can put that channel's name who done the video about him before he gets struck again. I think he struck him about 3 times. But basically, yeah, they've found out that he was at. I don't know why he was at the party. You know, is that why he was at the party? That's just weird. It's just bizarre, isn't it? Why would he be at the party? And that video, by the way, that's some scary stuff. I saw somebody mentioning about Scientology as well. Just in case you didn't know, obviously there's rumour around it that these people are part of the Scientology cult, if you like. Now, Scientology in this area, in the Lake Tahoe area around here, Placerville, this has gone back years, Scientology. And in fact, there was a crime that happened, I think it was either late 70s or early 80s, where 2 young females were bound in chains and thrown into water. And that's a cold case. It was never sorted out. They never found out who done it, but they had connections to Scientology. I kind of knew Scientology was a little bit dodgy when that little tiny actor, Tom Cruise, he was in it when he was part of it. Yeah, that's when I realised that it weren't right. Hi mate, just subbed. Thank you very much, Paul Ford. I don't know whether that's as good for you as it is for me. Yeah, it's good that you're here. But yeah, what we're talking about, we're talking about Check It TV and the fact that he was apparently at the party that Kylie was at. Not only was he there, which he shouldn't really have been there, he was refereeing the fights. So there you go. I don't know what truth there is in that, but it seems to be there's a lot more information that goes with that. And yeah, it's, you know, this is second-hand, All-American Cartel. That's it, the All-American Cartel. I don't think he is a cartel. It's not like a gangster or anything like that. He's got that sort of name. So look, if you're against cartels and stuff, don't be against his channel. He's still got some good stuff on there. But someone's put KT Van. Do you think he was there? To be fair, I do. To be fair, I do think he was there because that information. There's a lot of stuff with it. It weren't just someone just throwing that out there. There was a lot of stuff that was said with it. About some references that he'd made about Kylie and he'd called her Kai, which is apparently something that I believe the family call her. That's a bit of a more personal name that they use. But there we go. They're all weird. They're all absolute weirdos. But what am I doing on here tonight? What am I here tonight? There were some questions I had, and I wanted to go through these questions with you. Just because I think, and don't get me wrong, this isn't exhaustive. There's a lot of things on here. It's I just feel that these things in particular are things that just stuck out to me. I was talking to a friend earlier about this he doesn't know anything about this. He's actually someone who is helping me with the Michael Vaughan case off of this platform. But he was talking about Kylie. And he said, what happened? I said, I'd basically give him the rundown, which you guys already know about. And so these are what rarely come up. So why was Kylie allowed to drive? She would not drink and drive. This is something that was obviously said originally. Does that then support Kylie would not drink and drive? And that is the reason, supported by Sammy saying she thought she would just sleep there. So this is the confusion over Kylie and the drink driving. Was Kylie someone who would drink drive? This element of this seems to be quite important because if she was someone who was dead against drink driving, absolutely wouldn't do it, then she wouldn't, and therefore she either wasn't drunk and she drove, or someone else was driving her car. Because when we was right at the beginning and everyone was talking about the fact that they believed that she had been abducted, everyone was like, no, she wouldn't drink drive, she'd never do that, she's definitely been abducted, and that was the reason why. Then she's found, thanks to Adventures with Purpose, not law enforcement, but Adventures with Purpose, YouTube. We're now in this situation where she's definitely drunk and she's definitely going to drive herself into the lake. There you go. So how can you go from one extreme to the other? 1 minute she's not a drink driver and next minute she's a pisshead who clearly drove herself into the reservoir. I don't get it. Make it make sense, please. Tell me. What are your thoughts about it? Tell me how they can go from one extreme, like from a far left to a far right, when she's found. We've already had to time someone out. Was that someone who was trying to throw their undergarments onto the stage, or was it someone being mean? Why would she think a 16-year-old girl drunk all alone would just sleep there? It makes no sense. I did think that, Ed. Apparently, that is quite a commonplace thing to happen around here, where people were sleeping in their cars. I don't know why a bunch of girls who have already said that there was older people there dishing out drugs, they felt uncomfortable, then felt comfortable enough to leave their 16-year-old drunk friend alone in the woods. I don't know. Unless Kylie was secretly some sort of assassin and they thought that she was safe on her own. I don't get it. But yeah, that switch from she won't drive, she's not a drink driver, to going the other way, I don't get it. House Reality, I have been watching forever and finally got you live. I am in the US, you are the best. Thank you very much, Brittany. Hey, that is very kind of you to say so. I do try and get you guys involved. Hi Harsh, will you answer this? Do you think Checkit is that rubbish at his ability to use tech via YouTube, etc., etc.? I genuinely don't know. I thought he was alright. At the beginning, Checkit TV, I genuinely thought the guy was sound, you know what I mean? He was going there, he was someone local, he probably saw that not a lot was happening. He went down there and started getting stuff. But then it went on and on and on. And I'm caught between a bit of a rock and a hard place with this because, like I say, at the first he was alright. And I think maybe that's what I'm like. Do you know what I mean? At first, I'm alright. But when you've watched a few videos and you carry on watching and watching and watching, I just get annoying as fuck as well. That's it, innit? The image is choppy and it's 240p. It shouldn't be. I don't know why it's gone down to that. It may be something to do with the internet. Don't know whether the internet's crashed. I have no idea. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. That might pick up. It might pick up. The internet should be fine. It should be fine. There's no reason that it shouldn't be. The camera that I'm using is actually a 4K camera. So why it's gone down, I do not know. It's to do with the internet. It's to do with the internet, everyone. I'm hoping that it sorts itself out. Yeah, it might pick up. It might pick up. Was the picture all right and then it went downhill, or has it been downhill from the start? I'm watching it at 720 and it's choppy, so it's kind of fluctuating. I live in the back of beyond. I did have to cancel a live once before because the internet just went downhill. So we'll just keep an eye on it and see what happens. If I have to log out, I will. I'll log out and back in again. We'll just keep an eye and see how we go. My internet has been awful. Yeah, the internet at the moment is just terrible. I don't know what they're doing. They tried to tell me that this was supposed to be fibre broadband, powerful internet, and it's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. But on my little preview screen, it seems to be fluctuating between sort of 720 and then 420. But I don't know. Someone else just wrote something there. What did that say? Someone trying to get my attention. What's that? Oh, this thing here is so sensitive that I can't read what's going on half the time. I'm still going too quick. I just can't keep up with it. Someone said something. So it looks very clear to me. Maybe it's theirs. Could be. If you don't know how to change the settings on the video, you click on. There's a little thing that says like quality. You can go to advanced and then you can move it. You should lower the quality to 720p. It is on 720p. I've not put it on 4K. The maximum you can live stream on, I believe, on YouTube this way, what I'm doing is 720 because I'm running it through the phone. So anyway, I digress. It seems that some people have got 720, some people haven't. Obviously, it's fine. So yes, what's that? I agree, House. I recently switched and the internet is worse. Makes no sense. Don't get it. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the internet and how blurry my face is. We'll just have to kind of make do at the moment. Maybe hurricane messing with everything. Hurricane. I'm in the UK. You must be having a real bad hurricane if I can feel it. You are not nearly as sharp as you usually are in a manner of speaking. I hope you mean picture, not like brain. You know, I'm hoping I'm still compos mentis. On my phone, it's perfect. On my TV, it's coming and going. Yeah, I think it's the internet. The internet is not great, which is quite annoying considering this is the first live that I've done with this phone. That's an iPhone 14 Pro, and it's rubbish. If anybody's thinking about getting an iPhone 14 Pro, don't do it. It's crap. Anyway, so I'm not going to get sponsored by Apple. So anyway, yeah, that was the first question. The drinking situation, the fact that they said she wouldn't drink drive, she was dead against it, and then all of a sudden, after she's found, all of a sudden she will drink and she drove herself into it. That is something that to me is a red flag. It was as if they didn't think that she was going to get found and they were trying to get the attention pulled away from. Is Mrs. Harsh with us this evening? She's not. Mrs. Harsh, for those of you who don't know, Mrs. Harsh is She works with children. She works with children, and therefore she's got a proper job. She actually has to go somewhere and do work. So she's got to get up early in the morning and do that. So she is not with us. But I'm going to try and get her in a video. We might have to. I'll do a post, and you'll have to beg her, and then she'll feel bad, and then she'll probably come on and do a video. Can we discuss the emails with law enforcement? You and law enforcement. There we go. Can we discuss law enforcement you made a short of? I'm just dying to know about the roadside. They wouldn't tell me. Law enforcement, they were coming backwards and forwards about stuff, but they didn't say anything about the tow truck. But for those of you who follow or don't follow SF Investigates, it seems that he is now insinuating that he has spoken to the FBI and they have closed the case on Kiely Rodni. That is what he has said. Now, if there's any truth to it, because that bloke speaks more shit than anybody else that I have come across on the internet, I don't know, but he is saying that the FBI have closed the book on it, and if that's right, he blocked me as well, Ali. He blocked me. Yeah, he blocked me. I didn't even ask it. I didn't even say anything harsh. I was actually being all right. Well, I say all right. I asked him why he weren't moaning at law enforcement and why he was just moaning at Adventures with Purpose, but he then blocked me. And subs have got people like Critical Bitch, whatever her name is, Critical K. Sorry, not Bitch. K, Critical K. She she don't like it. She didn't like it. I don't like her. But anyway, question two. Let's go. How was Jagger cleared so early? How did he prove his whereabouts? And does that actually mean the tow truck did not deal with Kylie's vehicle? So what about that? We've currently got Jagger is the only person who they have come out and cleared. And from listening to how he was cleared some time ago. It was some time ago. And I don't see how that's possible. If they've taken the tow truck guy into consideration, then I can't see how they could have cleared him. I agree with everything you say. The case has been strange right from the start. As a mother, I could never allow my 16-year-old daughter to go to a party out in the woods. That's Karen Hansen. You're right. Absolutely right. I've got a lot of people, SF Investigates, block me. Who is he actually doing his content to? Because I think he's blocked everybody on social media. He's literally just he's got nobody. No one's listened to him. SF Block Club, yeah. Put a number 1 in the chat if you've been blocked by SF Investigates, and put a 2 in chat if you're now going to go and get yourself blocked so you can join this exclusive club. You get badges and everything. Badges. I haven't heard about badges ever since we talked about that cowboy from the Summer Wells case. SF blocks everyone. Look, we got a few ones. Baby girl, definitely been blocked there. Brenda, yeah, we've got a few blocks, look. But yeah, so we've got Jagger. So for those of you who, Harsh, what are the questions you had? Dope, are you asleep? The first one was reference. Was Kylie drunk drive? Was she driving drunk? Basically, I don't know why I find that so difficult to say, but was she a drunk driver? Because I struggle to understand why the family at the beginning, when they were pushing the abduction narrative, were saying that she would never drink drive, and that was almost how they were leveraging that. And then as soon as she's found, all of a sudden she's a pisshead who drink drives everywhere and drove herself into the reservoir. So that was a red flag. So Dope, that was especially for you. So people who have already listened to all that, blame Dope. And question number 2 is Jagger. How on earth has he been cleared? I don't understand how he's been cleared. Unless the tow truck situation knocked on the head. They haven't told us, but it's been investigated and there's nothing to it. Because how could he be cleared if the tow truck situation placed Kylie's vehicle not in the reservoir at 11 a.m. on the Saturday? And that's what I struggle with. So I personally think that the tow truck situation has been cleared. I don't think that's anything to do with it. That's just my personal opinion, purely because he's been cleared. If he can prove he wasn't anywhere near the area, but how would he prove it? And they said that he was in the area around 12 o'clock. So if Kylie's vehicle was with the tow truck assistance at 11 o'clock and then he got into Truckee at 12, that would actually place him in a bit of a head-on collision, if you like, with Kylie's vehicle, because they'd have been with the tow truck guy at 11. He'd have been going around the vehicle, sorting everything out, got the vehicle going again, I'm guessing. And then shortly after that, you've got 12 o'clock, where Jagger then gets to Truckee. So there you go. You've either got to rule out the tow truck, or you're saying the tow truck was her vehicle, which then places Jagger coming into Truckee in alignment with that story. Doesn't make sense. Has anyone been arrested during law enforcement investigations? Only the guy who was involved in the selling of the fentanyl death. Which, is that going to be brought into this case? Is it going to turn out that it is indeed something to do with it? I don't know. But apart from that guy, and no one's been arrested in connection to this case directly, if that makes sense. Nobody has. How is his clearance verified? Because Jagger lied once about how law enforcement... Well, they've come out and said it. I've spoken to law enforcement personally. I've asked them whether it was indeed right, and they have come back and said, yes, he has. CDT, hey, Harsh and chat listening while I clean my kitchen. At least we can make that more interesting. At least we can make the kitchen cleaning a little bit better. Unless you're watching. I don't know what you guys are watching in terms of the quality. It seems to be jumping about all over the place here. Again, we've got some new members. Thank you very much to the new members. Harsh reality, him being cleared happened before she was found early. So then, yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't... And let's put this into perspective. Just because he's cleared, it doesn't mean that he could be uncleared. Let's put it that way. So we could potentially be reading too much into that. There we go. Fuel. Nick said to run the car for a few hours, but they knew car wouldn't get very far if they did. Yeah, because there was something about that she had only got a small amount of fuel as well, hadn't she? Not conflict of interest. What's that? Thank you very much for the super chat, Dana Byrne, is that? It's off for the actor. You've got the same name as the actor who was in the original Terminator. Him being cleared happened before she was found early on, so then the info was accurate. That's how Ellie works here. Plus they can and do lie. Well, yeah. Law enforcement lying. Sheesh. Thank you very much for the super chat. You don't need to do that, by the way. The super chats. Thank you very much for when you do. Unfortunately, we won't know anything for sure until law enforcement is ready to give us more information. And there you have it. In a nutshell, I think we are going to struggle to get information. I'm doing a video tomorrow that touches on this, about the fact that there isn't a lot of information. We saw in the Summer Wells case, we see in the Michael Vaughan case, as soon as we start to not talk about it, the cases just die. They just die a death. Do you believe she's been cremated or false rumours from friends and family? I don't know. I'm kind of 70% in belief that she has. But as with everything that you hear in this, thank you very much for becoming a member, Brenda. Yeah, I kind of, I kind of think she has. I do think she has. It's nothing to do with the fact that the Sun reported it, because I don't generally believe the Sun, a thing that they say, but it's out there. It's out there in the ether. It's been said. Someone said it. Yeah, I think 70% tells me that they have. I don't see why they couldn't. If the information that we're getting in the background is true, that that the FBI have indeed closed the book on it, and we've got the death certificate, which we'll touch on in a second. But the death certificate is saying that the is pending the cause of death. I'm guessing that what it is they know she drowned, but they're now looking to see how she drowned, and that will be the toxicology, and that will either be that they find alcohol in the system and they'll put it down to she had an accident because she was drunk. That's what I think is going to happen here. If I'm wrong, then, but that's what I think is going to happen. I genuinely think. Thank you very much. Dope was busy checking my bingo card. Bingo, bloody bingo. Thank you very much. Was that Dixie as well with the 30k? Thank you very much, Dixie. Kind of jumped up pretty quick. It jumped up quickly, and it's now made it quite difficult to work with. So I'm going to have to make some changes to the way that we do things, which will be better for you guys, harder for me, but we'll get there. You'll just have to bear with me while I'm getting used to dealing with it. Little bit. Thank you very much for becoming a member. House, did you see the connection? Was that about Buddhism? It's supposed to be on slow mode. I'd hate to think if this weren't on slow mode. It's getting on my friggin' nerves. What's that? I need a mouse. Do you see the direct connection the family has in Buddhism? The prayer flags, Buddha statue in memorial, the three gates her mum spoke of, and the 8-finger pin wheel. Is that to do with Buddhism, is it? I did wonder why they're all standing around in a circle swearing at each other. Thank you so much, Jax. Thank you. We've got Buddhism and Scientology. Thank you very much, Ed. And Miss Kitty. Bloody Buddhism. Oh, fuck. That's gonna, yeah. I can remember when we reached 5k. Yeah, back in the good old days. Some of you guys have been around for a while, because we forget the channel hasn't been running that long. I uploaded the first video, I think, was around the 28th of December. So we've come along quite quickly. Right, where are we? Harsh, did you know that the sheriff, the coroner, and the public administrator are all the same person? Yeah, I do. This is like a really bad film where there's lots of different roles. Thank you so much, Brittany. I'll get to you. Lots of different roles, but not enough people to play them. Thank you very much, Aunt B. Hello. What we got from Brittany. Bodies are released once all samples are taken and autopsy is completed. Has nothing to do with the investigation being open or closed. This is an often misunderstood process by those outside law enforcement. Yeah, I didn't think there'd be any reason. A friend of mine, I will say, he was on his way to work. He actually worked for me. And he was on a bicycle on quite a precarious piece of road. Thank you very much, Kathy. And he got hit by a van from behind, and sadly he was killed. It was a big thing because the guy who hit him, he was the son of a local business owner. He tried to drive off in the first place, and then he got chased by another car. They flagged him down and sent him back, and there was a big case about it. But Yeah, Darren's body got released relatively quickly, and that went on for a long time. The actual case went on for around 2 years. So you can imagine, you couldn't, like, keep a, you couldn't withhold the body from the family for that length of time. Can't you handle the harsh reality? Fans talk slow on Norfolk. Buffering too much for me. I'll catch up. Yeah, it is buffering. It is buffering. Catch the replay. Hopefully that won't be buffering. Hopefully they'll sort that out. I don't know whether, I think YouTube itself as well, guys. I think YouTube itself have had issues with lives. I think, is it Grizzly? She was having some issues and had to abandon her live. So I do apologise that the visual quality isn't quite up to our normal standard. Kathy Richardson, it could have too hard to back one of those big flatbed in and let roll in. Right, I'm not having any buffering. Yes, I think it's a mixture. It's buffering for me. So the ones of you who are not getting buffering, you're the lucky ones. Because even buffering for me, and I'm here. Have you seen the video where they say that there were two bodies in the car? Something about two body bags on the beach when they pull the car out. I've heard a lot about this. There's a lot of people who are saying that there appears to be a second body being pulled from the car away from where the vehicle is. I personally can't see it in that video. I can't. I've looked at that video, and the reason why I've not done a video on it is because I can't see it. And it was almost like, when you get these emails, and I do get them, and people say, look, you need to check this out because there's a hidden message in the video. I've spoken about it before. There's a hidden message. Elton John is there. He's on the beach with them and things like that. And they're circling stuff and arrows and going crazy. Check this out. And I'd never see it. And I feel bad because, I don't literally want to go back to him and say, thank you for sending me that, but I genuinely have no fucking clue what you've circled because there was nothing in there. So you just have to be polite, don't you? And just say, look, leave it with me and I'll look into it. And I apologise if you're one of them people who have sent me a picture with loads of circles on it and I've said, because you might be one that I have seen something. I do get some that, alright. Not a lot. I don't see two body bags. They're doing something, though, and they don't show it anywhere else. Why? The edited videos. Yeah, I do agree that something's coming down. They are coming down, and they've got something, but it looks quite small, so I don't know, whether it was something else in there. It makes you think back to when they done the original press conference, and they were asked if she was the only one in the car, and there was that pause, and then he answered it. Initially, I was led to believe, I thought it was is he just pausing because he needs to know whether that's something that he can release, or was there something else? Was there? Who knows? Who knows? There could well be something else there. I don't know. I couldn't see it. From what I could see, I couldn't confirm that was a body. I just couldn't. I wish I could, but I couldn't. I will try. I'll look at it again. I'll zoom in. I'll change all the lighting. I do love that one. There's channels that do that, isn't they? What they basically do is they'll get a photo or they'll get a video, and what they tell you they're doing is they just adjust a bit of the lighting. I'm going to adjust it to make it easier for you guys to see what's really there. What they mean is they're going to fuck about with this video so much that they absolutely blitz it. That's artifacting to shit. All of the lights are everywhere. They've overexposed everything so it looks like something that it's not. And then they say, look, told you, cleaned it up for you, made it easier for you to see. Fucking cleaned it up. Fucked it up, more like. And then you get 50 videos saying so-and-so was naked, or they were, I just fucking don't get it. Brian Laundry in the trees. Yeah, that's it. It just drives you nuts. Drives you nuts. The amount of things that people will do is insane. It's insane. I just don't get. It's bad enough dealing with the real stuff, let alone trying to make stuff up. Kylie didn't have a boyfriend in Mexico. She had just been on vacation there. I think what happens is I look on here and I butt into people's conversations. Love the picture behind you. Yes, that picture behind me is a Banksy. That is the Banksy girl with balloon. Do you know who Banksy is? When I say that's Banksy, does anybody know who Banksy is? Because obviously I'm in the UK. You guys, the majority of you are not. Put a 1 in chat if you know who he is, and a 2 in chat if you have no idea who that person is. So 1 you know, 2 you don't. Banksy. Who's Banks? Ones. Got a few ones, got a few 2s. Yeah, so we got more ones, so a lot of people know who Banksy is. Now look, I'm going to ask you another question here. Because that was a bit of a trick question. That is a bit of a trick question. Okay? Because obviously all of you guys, I asked the question, didn't I? I asked the question, do you know who Banksy is? 1 if you do, 2 if you don't. Now, those of you who put 1, I know who Banksy is, will now understand when I say, but do you really know who Banksy is? Or are you just click a 1 because you know the name Banksy? You see, they just Googled it. But the point is they don't know who Banksy is. Banksy is a street artist who goes by the pseudonym Banksy, but nobody knows who he is. There is speculation who he is. There is 2 or 3 people who they believe that he could be, but nobody has 100% nailed it down who he is. So the question is, who is Banksy? My May, I am Banksy. We've got Banksy in the house. Banksy's minted. So everybody else stop sending super chats, but Banksy, he can get his fucking money out. Right, made my new group pick today. Love Banksy. Yeah, he's sound. He's got some good... In fact, I've got a few pieces of art from Banksy in this house. I've got Fallen Angel. I've got one with the girl holder. She's with a bird, a little tiny bird. But this room is all done like in blues and greys, so that we've had them done. I'll take who is Banksy for $500. Banksy is JFK. Anyway, look, we're getting a bit off course here, talking about friggin' Banksy. But he's good. He is good. If you don't know who he is, Google it and look at some of the art he does. Very good. How did Kylie end up in the back hatch? We had a conversation about this, me and my friend. And look, this is how I interpret this, okay? When you try to get into the back hatch in this vehicle, when it's on its wheels normally, not in water, and you are in the vehicle and you're trying, like, everybody says that Kylie was really small. She wasn't. She was about 5'7", 5'8", so she was, she weren't tiny. That would be difficult. That would be difficult to try and climb it into the back area. She'd have probably got in there, but it would have been a struggle. She'd have had to squeeze over the top of the seats and fall in, but she would have got in there. She would have got in there. But what about, because Kylie was someone's put 5'9". Thank you very much. I knew that she weren't short. She wasn't short. So 5'9". And look, if that car, imagine that car is inverted, it's upside down, and is full of water. would it have then been easier for her to get in the back? She was good in the water. She was a swimmer. She was au fait in the water. So, and someone said she was in the fetal position. The fetal position, when people drown, are generally found in the fetal position. Just to put that forward, the fetal position isn't uncommon for someone in who drowns. But like I don't like I'm not saying that she weren't put in there 100%. I still 100% at this stage think this is foul play. But I'm just wondering whether she wasn't in the boot. Was she in the back of the car and other people were driving, or was she a passenger and she was or was she driving and someone else was a passenger? Did someone else get out of the vehicle and left her in there? So I feel that someone else was in that vehicle where the windows were open. Do you know what I mean? You've got the passenger side window open. You've got the driver's side rear window open. To me, that screams that there was more than one person in that car. Could be wrong, but that's what I think. And there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who, a lot of suicides with no real investigations. Yeah, I did do a video on suicide. I really did. I did look into it. There are some things. We jump about all over the place, don't we? We can't stick on one subject. Banksy, cats, Check It TV, everywhere. Thank you very much, Judge, for becoming a member. Where was I? I don't know. It's gone. Absolutely gone. But yeah, I do think that someone else was in the vehicle with her. I was talking about the fact that we can't stick on one subject. Press conference when it was asked how many remains were found in the vehicle. I said he did pause. I also think there were two people in the car. Same here, Jenny. 100%. Perfect for my ADD. I think I might have it. Is Banksy a graffiti artist? He is indeed. But he does some really weird stuff as well. It's not just that he does like spray art. Like he done one in London where you can look at this up as well. We're back to Banksy now. He got a telephone box, like one of the red the proper British old school red telephone boxes. He nicked it. He then cut it and put it at an angle and put a load of other stuff with it and then put it back. And these things sell for millions. They literally sell for millions. It's insane. It's insane. That's beside the point. She would have passed by two open windows. She would have passed by two open windows, but I think that what would have possibly happened is if the car windows are open, okay, so you've hit the water, and the front windows are going to be the first windows that hit the water. And with this window, that window, the passenger one, being open, the car would fill in from that way. And I think if the wheels have made it buoyant and the water's coming in this side, it would make the vehicle tip. And I don't know whether she would have then gone for that window, purely on that principle that the car has gone over and she's in effect going to try and get out under the car. I don't know. That might have been what trapped her in the car. Not 100% sure. I'm just speculating based on the fact that the water's going to come in that window and would it pull it over. I heard Nate C was at the party and that Sammy's brother is also part of his storefront. This Nate, there's so many people around this area. It really is. What's your view on the items on display in the AWP? When you say the items, I don't know. There is Musky Queen. Take control of your show. It's a beast. It's a beast. It's out of control. It's out of control. I don't know whether you're thinking about the same thing, but did someone see the pregnancy test or what appears to be a pregnancy test in the car. There's going to be a load of people going, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, if you look at those, there is something that looks like a pregnancy test. That could be something completely different. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It actually looks like a pregnancy test. Put on Nate C. Yeah, I do think I think that this, unless they go with this was an accident, I think that could potentially go on to him as well. I do think you could be spot on right there. That was a fake pregnancy test picture. Was it someone's already cleared that up then? Fake picture, or it didn't happen. Yeah, look, I don't know. Could be a COVID test. Could be. Yeah, could be. Could be. Someone said it was a fake one. That's why I didn't do a video on it. I didn't do a video saying pregnancy test found, was Kylie pregnant. Yeah, I didn't. I saw it and it looked like one, but when you have ever seen a group of people cover up an accident? When have you ever seen a group of people cover up an accident? I think that there's been lots of cases in the past where people have tried to cover it up. Certainly. And I think what you probably could take into consideration is the amount of people who go missing and are never ever seen again. So all of these people who go missing and are never seen, there is going to be some degree of people covering that up. You know, you got to think there's a difference between what cases we see and what cases we don't see. What do we got? Someone's goat. Thank you very much, someone's goat. Very kind of you. I'm trying to keep up. What's that? Harsh reality. What are your thoughts on the car going in backwards? I don't think she drove either. Again, I think it could have done. But I don't know. There's not enough evidence to say either way. Where do I live? I live in the UK. Sadly, I live in the UK. I'm not a fan. What are your thoughts on Zana May now? It's hard. It's hard because I've seen some really strange stuff. I'll touch on Zana May quickly. I don't want to go on about her for ages, but this is what I feel is a bit odd about the Zana May situation, okay? Zana May was obviously there. She was there, without a doubt. She'd done a video, she was there, and you can't dispute that. Nobody can dispute the fact that she was there. Now, her argument was that she was there to go camping. You know, she was camping, that's why she was there. But some of the stuff she took there proves that she wasn't just camping. You know, she had that underwater, almost like a jet bike for going under the water. And that's a pretty serious bit of kit. Do you know what I mean? That is for getting in the water and looking for stuff under it. So she was looking for something, mate. That's it. Do you know what I mean? That's just the way it is. I believe that she was looking for Kylie in that reservoir. 100%. That's what I think. Have you seen the Facebook group where lots of teens who are at party are in there? They literally say they know for a fact, yet nobody came forward. I don't know. I've not seen it. What I have seen is there are photographs out there, aren't there, where people are saying that they are from this party, and they're not. They're not actually from that party, and they've got the proper pictures on there with the original timestamps, and they're from a party that was back in April or May time. So if you see a picture in a video and it is saying that they are pictures from the party that Kylie was at, and I'm talking about the pictures where it looked like there's little booths set up, the stands selling the drinks, that was not at this party. I've seen the originals, and that is not from Kylie's party. Hate to tell you. I'm sickened by the TikTok of Sammy Sue being all fun and giddy. Yeah, I don't get it. I've never ever seen, this is the best question, have you ever seen a situation where people have lost their friends and a mother has lost her child in this manner, with so many questions left unanswered as well, even without them, where they all look so happy. They look like they're having the time of their lives. They look like they're on holiday. Did her kayak have Mirage Drive? I have no idea. I have no idea, Tracy. Her mum's weird song was just cringeworthy. Yeah, she is cringeworthy. That woman just gives me a bad vibe. Vibe, yes, she, does, What is that with how she talks? I can't even talk that annoying when I'm trying to, and she just pulls it off naturally. Has anyone shed a tear for Kylie? Tell me now, has anybody seen any of them cry? Genuinely cry, actual tears for Kylie. I think there was someone there was a young girl who done some talking at the Celebration of Life ceremony. The person who I was speaking to had been there, said a young girl went up, and she was upset. But these people, the likes of Sammy and all them, I've not seen it. I think only Mags. And did it look like genuinely upset, or was it, was it? I didn't see it. Colt, Rhonda. Lex Luthor, not so convinced there were other remains in the vehicle because the hatch was covered by tarp. Yeah, that is a valid point. They didn't cover the entire car straight away, did they? They literally just covered the boot. That would have meant that there was two in there in the actual trunk. See, I'm getting better at the terminology. We've been running for an hour. So I'm gonna cut it soon. But look, what do we got? Zanime is not involved. No, I don't. I'm not saying that she was involved in what happened to Kylie. 100%, I don't think Zanime was involved in what happened to her. But what I will say, what I do think is a possibility, is that they caught wind that Kylie was potentially in that reservoir, and they went there themselves to try and find her. That's what I think happened, and that's 100% what I think happened. I'm telling you. Why would you go there to, like you've just said, like that she went kayaking with her dog? She went kayaking with a dog, yes, but she had a piece of equipment for diving under the water. That Yamaha whatever it was bike. And that is for diving. It's a diving piece of equipment. Not to be morbid, but I think the car was covered because, maybe she saw the hot air balloon. Yeah, don't get me started on the hot air balloon. That went down like a lead balloon. That was, no pun intended. People don't get it, do they? You'll say something, you'll say something, and they'll see what they want to see from what you're saying, and they'll go mental about it. I weren't throwing shade on Adventures with Purpose. Hello very much. True Crime with Eve wasn't English, but look, hello very much. I weren't throwing shade on them. I love the guys. I think they're brilliant. What I was trying to get at was that if they had access to a hot air balloon, they had someone in a hot air balloon right above where Kylie's car was, could they have seen the fucking car in the water? That's what I was getting at. Jesus, people going mental. You can't say I think I lost about 3 subscribers over that. Right. Anyway, hello very much back. I'm not very good. English is my second language. Mags looks like a meth head. She does. But can you remember as well that was it Jane Doe who said that Kylie hung around with druggies? How's that for this is how bad they are, because Elsa being Jane Doe and saying that they're druggies or whatever, they're literally throwing each other under the bus. All friggin' mental, all of them. Absolutely mental. Is Kylie's stepfather named Steve? Yeah, I think he is. I think his name is Steve. I love it when you call the trunk the boot. Yeah, I say it and then people are like, what's he talking about? What is he talking about? That's like you guys when you say pants are like trousers. And like someone will say, get your pants off. Well, pants are like underwear in this country. So if someone said, get your pants off, you'd be like, you're a pervert. But in your country, that'd just be like, take your trousers off. So you'd be alright. So I couldn't come over, if I came over to your country and I went to a shop to, say, buy a pair of jeans or something, and I went in there and they like, look, get your pants off, I'd be arrested. Within about 3 shops, I'd be fucked. You had about 950, now over 1k. Nice job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We've got a few likes. We've got about 600 and something likes. It's alright, isn't it? Good job. Thank you, Dixie. What do we got? I never knew about pants as underwear there. Yeah, pants as underwear. We wear pants under our jeans. So you can see where that would be a nightmare. I'm getting used to boot from hearing you and Michelle, yeah. When another channel asked AWP was she clothed, they said they couldn't answer that. If she had clothes on, they would have said a simple yes. There is that, yeah. There's a lot to be said. But you could argue it's like law enforcement again and the tow truck situation. If that's nothing to do with this case, why not just come out and say it? So what are we to take from what these people are saying? That Kylie was in the vehicle, she was in the trunk, not boot, or boot, not trunk. She was in the back of the vehicle, she was undressed. But the car was not in the reservoir at 11 o'clock the following morning after the party. Jagger arrived into Truckee around midday, which would have been shortly after the car was serviced by the tow truck. And there we have it. So nobody's cleared. None of them are. If that's and that's the evidence that we have. The actual evidence that we have, that's what we have. And they haven't said anything to dispute any of that. And when you try and ask them, which could literally be a very simple, no, she was fully clothed, I can tell you that much. Or that car was nothing to do with that, I can tell you that much. There you go. I think we can take a lot out of what they're not saying. Ed, 100%. I once told a barista, hope your day isn't a good one, on accident, and she looked at me and slapped the homeless person. Yeah. Have you ever, though, gone into a shop or you've spoken to somebody and you've asked them how long they've got left before their baby's born, and they turn around and say, what baby? I've done that. And that went down. That went down quicker than that hot air balloon. So what do we got? This is the poll. So 1,228 votes and 87% of foul play. So there we go. That's a pity that we couldn't do this poll and then react just on that. So before I go, I'm going, have you got more members in USA than UK? Yes, I have. The vast majority of subscribers on this channel are from the USA. Mad, innit? Mad, innit? But I do have family over there. So, I'm not completely... Thank you very much for the super chat. Annette. Yay, caught alive. Shares from Western Australia. We're getting a few people from Australia, actually, from here. We are getting a few people from Australia. So some of you very kind Australian people are obviously getting my name into Australia. One thing I will do, before I tell you about the giveaways and what we're doing, look, I want to ask the people who live in Australia. Because I've got a friend who lives in Australia. He lives in Darwin. And he was telling me about some of the stuff that he has to do. Like them bug bombs that they have to do. They set fire to and it puts all the cloud of smoke and kills all the spiders. So he was saying he had like a nest of redback spiders in his shed and stuff like this. How do you live in a place where there are animals that can fuck you up. I don't understand. You know, I'm not a great fan of spiders. How is your piercing? You got it out yet? No, I haven't. I haven't got it out. But yeah, spiders. Do you know what I mean? But you haven't got. We have spiders that are like that big, and they bug the shit out of me. But when you've got spiders that you could literally sit on and ride around the garden like a horse, I just couldn't. I couldn't put up with it. I genuinely couldn't put up with it. It's mad. It's mad. Like them face huggers from the film Aliens, where they jump and latch onto you. Anyway, the hot air balloon video is in that video I did. It's in the video description. The link is in there. But anyway, look, we've got snakes. We've got snakes, but they're grass ones, and they don't do anything. We've got no dangerous animals in this country, apart from cats. Apart from cats. Cats are monsters. Right, giveaway time. This is what we're doing. So everybody who is in this live now, you get entered into the giveaway. Everybody who watches it on the replay and they comment, they also get entered into the replay. So everybody in here, you are entered for being here. But the people who watch on the replay, they have to put in the comments, what shall we have them say? Banksy. Say the word, put in the comments, Banksy, if you're in the replay crew. So not in the live chat, in the replay. Banksy, and you'll be entered. And what I'm giving away is there's going to be 2 winners. Now the winner is going to get 2 pieces of merch, and they are also going to get my mic that I actually use for this show, and that can either be signed or that can be given to you non-signed, so you can give it to somebody who is looking to build a channel, or you might be a channel owner now. And this is a good mic. It's not that I'm quitting. The only reason I'm giving it is because it's blue and I want white. And that's the only reason I'm giving it. That's the only way that I'm going to give it as a giveaway. So that's what the winner gets. 2 anything they want from the merch shop. So once they've won, they can tell me what they want, and I can get them to any 2 items that they want, and this mic. And the runner-up, will get 1 item, whatever they want from the merch shop. Okay? And I'm going to give you 1 week, and then that's it. Once that's done, so we'll run it until next Tuesday when I do the next live, or Wednesday. So next Tuesday or Wednesday when I do the next live, and I will tell you who's won. Okay? Or we'll do something like spin a wheel. I'll write everyone's name and spin a wheel so you can see. But that's how you win. There you go. So 5 more minutes. Any questions in the chat before we go? And I'm going to disconnect these headphones so you can see that my ear is kind of healed with it inside. Thank you very much, Debbie, for becoming a member. Cats are pussies, mate. The drop bears will kill on Australia. I'm going to tell my cat that. He's not going to be happy. This cat is mental. I'm telling you, he's crazy. Win a Banksy, please. Win a Banksy. Win a Banksy. It's getting it to you. That's the issue. It's getting it to you. It'll probably get destroyed. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. If I think I can get it to you without it becoming destroyed, I'll do it. But it's trying to get it to you without it becoming destroyed. But I think that's it. Your merch is cool. Remember, on the merch, by the way, the signature merch runs until the 17th of November, and then I'm pulling it and it will never come back. How do you know who's in here? I have, on the chat, I have chat replay, and it gives me a list of everyone who's in here, so I can go through it and I know everyone who's in there, and I can enter that into a program, and then it will spin a wheel for me, and it will pick a random name from everybody. And the same with the chat, the same with the comments on the actual video. If you're clever, you will not only comment on this chat in the live chat, but afterwards you'll go in the other chat as well, and you'll comment in there, Banksy, so you get 2 shots at it, because I'll do this wheel twice, and then that'll give me the 2 winners. It could be that the same person wins twice. Who knows? There you go. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming and spending an hour with us on the channel, just over an hour. Thank you very much to the mods. Everyone can say thank you to the mods. Dope, Dixie, Tracy, Jen. Who else have we got? Dope, Dixie, Tracy, Jen. Who else is here? Mods. That might be it. I think we've done all right, haven't we? We've done all right. What is a Banksy? You'll find out in a bit. But thank you very much to everyone. I think that's it. I think that's a wrap. There's going to be some stuff coming up over the next few days, obviously. We've got Don Wells coming out in the Summer Wells case. We've got Navalus True Crime back on the scene. And that's about it. That is literally about it. So I'm going to love you and leave you, let you get on with the rest of your evening. Thank you to everyone once again for spending some time here. And I shall catch you all in the next one.